And now, folks, to showcase the Transfem Sonic model, to showcase the Project Unleashed fan remaster of Sonic Unleashed, and to show us Sonic Generations, we are here with Akio. So, Akio, take it away.
Hello, everybody. I am Akio, and I am here showing you the last run of the marathon, which is Sonic Generations Blaze Percent. Which I will be doing all modern stages and bosses. And joining me on commentary is Valeria Asteria, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Hello, it's me, Valeria Asteria, known Sonic lover and known Blaze lover.
And we are going to get ourselves ready to start the run here by going all the way back to Green Hill, where it all began. And I will be beginning the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. So yeah, as I said before, I'm going to be doing all modern stages plus bosses, which means Act 2 of every single level available in this game, where you play as modern Sonic. But you see, I am playing as Blaze instead. This Blaze mod not only replaces the modern Sonic model, but okay, that happened. I completely missed the rail there. But she also has different physics from modern Sonic. Believe it or not, like, she can actually jump higher. She has a nice fire twirl when she jumps. And she has a fire aura around her as she boosts as well. And her jumps let her jump farther and faster than Sonic can. So these runs are always a lot more interesting to showcase than just the standard Sonic Generations speedrun.
Unfortunately, they never finished the classic Blaze mod that was going to be attached to this before, so it's just the modern. But that's fine, because I would say that these are the better stages.
Yeah, I personally am in the camp of I'd rather prefer the modern stages to the classic stages. Not that the classic stages aren't fun, which they are, but I did exactly one speedrun a long time ago where I did both, and I did not like Time Eater as a final boss, so I was like, what could be a category I could create where I can avoid doing Time Eater? And lo and behold, I made up this category. And more recently,
Planet Wisp Act 1.
Yep. And more recently, I actually made up another category with all modern stages / bosses called Trans Percent, where instead of Blaze, I play as Transfem Sonic, which you will be seeing later when I do the Unleashed stages. So I'm just finishing up Green Hill here.
On that final stretch.
And a lot of people probably don't know about this little path down here. I certainly didn't the first time I played this game casually. And you also see, and here's the final stretch right here. You also see, like, when I hit those rainbow pads, those are the trick pads. So, and I just, like, spam upwards on the trick to do tricks. You can do any direction you want, but I just spam up because it's easiest. And you'll see that, like, I picked the next stage by just going like I'm re-entering Green Hill, and I press the R bumper. And that's, like, the fastest way you can get through all these stages. Faster than having to walk to them and picking them. And now we're on a chemical plant from Sonic 2. With this nice, cool remix of it.
One of the best remixes, I would say. For those who aren't familiar with Sonic Generations in general, It is a game with a nice little time travel plot that has you going back and revisiting all of at least one stage from each Sonic, well, a lot of previous Sonic games. There are a lot of Sonic games, by the way. So they did sort of like the quote mainline ones. It was a fun way to reimagine these things. This is the 2011 version. There is the 2024 version, but you don't have a Blaze mod in that, so we're not doing that.
Yeah, to note, this particular Blaze mod is a really old mod. Like, it's actually severely outdated to the point where, like, the only way you can ever find it anymore is to search for it on YouTube. There are other Blaze mods I've seen on Game Banana, but they do not come close to being as unique as this one has. Bah. I would have liked to stay on the top there, but it's not the end of the world if I end up falling into the water here, because you can still get out relatively quickly.
As pointed out in the chat, there is a Blaze mod for Mania as well, where we do go to Chemical Plant for a similar reason, in that I always like to look for Blaze mods for any of these games. I know that Akio is also familiar with the Sonic Adventure 2 one, which is very similar.
Yes, the Sonic Adventure 2 Blaze mod is another one of my favorite Blaze mods. Whenever I ever showcase Sonic Adventure 2 these days, I always have to play with the Blaze mod, and with the Genesis Remix mod that turns all the music into 16-bit Genesis music versions of the soundtrack.
Would now be a good time for me to jump in?
Sure.
Alrighty, yes, we got a $20 donation here from Heartwolf that says, Sonic says trans rights.
Hell yeah, trans rights.
I agree. And folks, that donation actually brought us within $90 of our Pat 3 milestone. We are $90 away from reaching that, and that donation also had us cross a lifetime total of $14,700 across all of our Prevent-A-Thon events, meaning we are $300 away from reaching a lifetime total of $15,000 raised for Little Warriors. I would love to believe that we can reach that 15,000 before Prevent-A-Thon 6 is over at the end of this run. That is only 45 minutes away, though. So, chat, I am going to call on you. If there is anything you can do to help make that happen, we would greatly appreciate it. Let's hit that $15,000 milestone before the end of this run.
Yes, I would also love to see that.
I know we can do it.
You can do it, chat. I believe in you. So yeah, as our host was talking there, I somehow missed those rainbow rings the first time. It's okay, we'll just pretend that didn't happen.
Oh no.
This happens in three-dimensional space sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes depth perception can be a thing.
Especially in Sonic games.
Oh yeah.
There's a funny quirk about Sky Sanctuary that I was talking with some people about, and is that every time it reoccurs now after this, they have to have a death egg in the background, right?
Yes.
Even in Sonic Rumble, there's like a little toy, a death egg in the background. And it makes sense here, because time travel. It's fine in Frontiers because cyberspace. It has some weird implications that they do that in Sonic Runner's Adventure as well, though.
Yeah, that is a bit strange.
It's fine, actually. There's a death egg in Sonic Forces, so I guess that's just when it went into space.
Yep. I absolutely love how they did Sky Sanctuary in Generations, and in All Stars Racing Transformed.
That's one that I remember a lot of flying around as Vice in. He was always the one that I would do for flight-based tracks in that.
Ah, so that egg robo there likes to try and like beat you to the switch, but thankfully I was way ahead of him, so I was like, nope, denied.
That egg robo's a little scamp. I know, right? Like, we can go back to Sky Sanctuary without a death egg. It was a specific reference here.
Listen, the only time it was ever appropriate for the death egg to be in the background was for Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're on to the Dreamcast era, starting with Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure, which is our first, well, nowadays it's kind of controversial to say first 3D Sonic game to ever hit platforms, but people would say, well, what about Sonic R? What about Sonic Jam? Like,
Sonic World's a valid way to say, but in terms of full platformer Sonic games, yes. I would not count 3D Blast on that.
Yeah, so, yeah, Sonic Adventure was the first, like, actual full main series 3D game.
And I think it is pretty well agreed that Speed Highway is, like, the most banger of the stages.
Oh yeah, definitely. They definitely chose well in picking this stage for Generations.
I do like that in the 3DS version. By the way, there's a 3DS version with completely different stages, except for Green Hill.
Mm-hmm.
They did use Emerald Coast. There are far less cities in that version.
Yes. Yeah, in 3DS.
There could be less cities.
Yeah, in 3DS, you have Emerald Coast for SA1, and then you have Radical Highway for SA2, which I still think Radical Highway was a rather strange choice back in the day, because that wasn't even
It should have been Green Forest, absolutely.
Yeah, for them to pick both Radical Highway, which is a shadow stage, and also pick BioLizard as a boss, which is a shadow boss. Sega, you have left me with many questions with that one.
Yeah, they're both way better done in Shadow Generations now, too. It's a fun thing to consider, at least since the last time I've commentated for this. We have a new game that takes place alongside this that happened now, where Shadow goes through the same situation, but for his own specialty stages.
Yep. And now it's time to enter everyone's favorite stage from Sonic Adventure 2.
Everyone's favorite
everyone's
stage
favorite
is
song.
Along to.
And same singers for this version too. Tony Harnell and I believe
Ted Pole.
Ted Pole, thank you.
I believe it's Ted Pole is the primary singer too. Tony Harnell,
Yeah.
also known for being Sonic's theme singer, is sort of the backing vocals. Ted Pole also well known for Big's theme.
And also doing some of the theme songs in Sonic Heroes. I believe he was the main singer for We Can.
I can see that. I don't remember any of those songs. Who did them? I know that Ted Pole did "Race to Win" for Rivals too, which is a very repetitive song. says me and the one other person who played Rivals too.
The Rivals games I've barely ever played. Like, I think I played the first Rivals game once, and that was it.
They're decent once you get past the fact that they are made to be two-player racers.
Yeah, they definitely seem like it.
It is at least the better game that Shadow debuted in of the two options. Or Silver debuted in.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Shadow debuted long before Rivals. Ironically, in Sonic Adventure 2.
As we just saw last run. He looked just like that. Yep.
Yeah, he
exactly
looked
how
just
I
like that
remember.
too.
Yeah, I just watched it, and that's exactly how it looked when I did it. Yep.
This is also exactly how I remember the gun truck with these razor blades.
Yeah, so fun fact about the saw blades, by the way. They follow exactly where you're standing in front of the gun truck, as I found out recently. And that kind of helps in being able to avoid them because, well, at that time he kind of cheated. But, wherever you were standing last, the gun truck will put a saw blade there.
That's okay. This thing is known for cheating.
Whoa, that was an interesting camera angle. Ah!
Also, the fun thing is that, like, the plot of this is Eggman manipulating time to go back and make it so that his plans work. So did Eggman fund Gun extra?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would believe it. Gave Gun some extra money just to say, hey, like, hey, can you make sure you take care of that hedgehog for me? And I don't really care what it takes. Now we're on to Seaside Hill. Speaking of heroes.
Sonic Heroes. I would love to see another attempt at a Sonic Heroes style game. Where they have more versatility in who's on a team together. And also it'd be a prime opportunity to let Blaze be on a team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Imagine if it was like, Sonic Advance 3,
Yeah.
where you can pick, like, which
Or
characters
at
are
the
on
very
a
least,
team.
like, there's a couple stories that you follow through and who's on that person's story changes, maybe?
Yeah?
I actually got a question.
The terrain on this stage is kind of
Yeah, I
like,
actually got a
weird
question.
to get used
So,
to as well.
because I admit, my Sonic knowledge is fairly minimal. I remember playing an arcade cabinet at my dentist office in the waiting room when I was a kid. I think that's the only time I've ever actually played Sonic. So I don't have a lot of knowledge. So you two definitely could answer this better than I could. Has there ever been a Sonic game that's like the ones from like the original Sega Genesis, but with levels that are like super long that you can't just beat in like 10 seconds? Like it takes like 5 minutes to beat a level. Are there any like that?
I would describe Sonic 3 that way, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Mania
I was
takes,
going to say
those-
Sonic Mania.
especially Sonic 1 and 2, and, like, expands them. But most of the
Okay.
Sonic 3 stages in Mania are just altered versions of the same stage, about the same length.
Okay. Yeah, because that was always like a thing that was very interesting about the early Sonic games is it feels like you spent a lot of the game, like a lot of the speed run, looking at the end level screen because the levels would
Yeah.
go so quickly.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, Titanic Monarch
I'm okay
in
with
Mania
that, because that's
is
like my
really
favorite
long.
stage in Mania. Goes out with a bang.
Yeah, my boyfriend, who is actually in chat, can tell you all about how he feels about Titanic Monarch and Sonic Mania.
That's an awkward wheel pattern.
Oh. Yeah, that is a very awkward wheel pattern. Oh yeah, so also note, we had found out from me, it was either me watching my boyfriend play this game or me playing this game. Your boost actually drains faster when you're in the water. Also, we're in Crisis City, which is a perfect
Surely
level
none of the
for
fire
Blaze to be
can
in.
hurt her here. She's fireproof, right?
You would think so, but unfortunately, fire still hurts her.
It's that weird temporal...
Yeah, dear modders, can you please make a mod of Blaze where she doesn't get hurt by fire? Yeah, perma fire shield. Give her the fire shield from Sonic 3.
Sonic.
Yep. Yeah, Classic Sonic has like the fire shield. I think he also has the bubble shield.
I did like the callbacks they had to stuff like that for Classic Sonic. It was like, this was a very charming game to do that with. And they should have just kind of ended it there instead of trying to make Classic Sonic a separate character instead of that's Sonic from the past.
Yeah. I did not like how they massacred my poor boy on horses.
Furthermore than just being like fiery, this is a stage that Blaze actually plays through in 06, so...
Yep. She was
Somehow
honestly
she
like
just
my
felt
favorite
the
character
best,
to play
and I don't
as
know
in
why.
06. Like, compared to everyone else, like, she felt like the best character to play as.
How I felt about characters in that game has changed throughout the years. It's a lot to handle in general, but I think just consistently, yeah. Blaze has been the most manageable.
Would now be a good time for... Oh,
Now
yeah, go for
time
it.
for... Oh, I just wanted to say real quick, now is that tornado's
wait, there's
carrying a car
tornado
moment.
carrying a car?
It's throwing several at us, actually.
Oh. I admit, I'm
Yep.
having trouble actually seeing what's happening because you're moving
Yeah.
so fast.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so we got a couple of
Yeah,
donations
yeah,
in.
go
We
ahead.
got a $1 donation from Anonymous. Thank you very much. Yeah, that is...
Oh, I just realized.
You're good.
I just realized I forgot a couple of
Yeah, we had a $1
bosses.
donation from Anonymous, which is,
Oopsie.
of course, the minimum amount, and that is still very much greatly appreciated. Thank you. But I think Anonymous accidentally hit send early because Anonymous then sent in a $119 donation. Ooh, holy moly. Thank you so much, Anonymous. With that, we clobbered our Pat 3 milestone that we just reached. Thank you so much. We have officially passed Pat 3 in terms of our final donation total. That is fantastic. And then following that, we also got a very lovely $25 donation from Matrimony, who said, "This is my first time ever volunteering for an online event. I got to help with the games committee and was given the chance to host for the first time ever. I had a blast and I'm grateful for the opportunity. Shoutouts to a Tree and the whole games committee for being a joy to work with. Thank you, Trainer Anade, for the host guidance and support. Shoutouts to Cubs, Phoenix Captain, and its page for letting me peek into the tech side of things. Lastly, huge love and thanks to Cell and to all other staff for making Prevent-A-Thon an amazing marathon to work with. What an incredible achievement. Matrimony, thank you very, very much for the $25 donation and the very, very kind words. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Great job, everyone.
Yeah, after 4 days of speedruns, I think it's safe to say that Prevent-A-Thon 6 has been a wild success. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely. I would just like to note real quick here that you might notice that there's something off about this fight. First of all, that's not Shadow that I'm fighting against. And also the music is different. Which, the mod creator not only went through the trouble of replacing the model with Blaze, but also replaced the Shadow Battle with Sonic and put in the Villanova music from Sonic Rush.
A nice, proper Rush callback this way. We can just pretend this is,
Yep.
I can't remember what the last deadline from Sonic Rush, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I did Crisis City a little too early, and I just realized, oh yeah, I was supposed to do the Sonic rival fight,
A couple bosses to
and
handle.
also this fight. Yeah, but otherwise, this run is going well. So yes, this is everyone's favorite final boss from Sonic Adventure. Good old Perfect Chaos. And you can't have Perfect Chaos without the Open Your Heart theme as well.
That started the trend.
Shoutouts to Crush 40. Yep.
And also, you'll note the design is very much more detailed than it was in Adventure, because it's based off of what the original concept was supposed to be for Chaos.
Yep. Yeah, that is the original design for Perfect Chaos, but due to Dreamcast limitations, Chaos looks much different in that game. I'm glad that they were able to finally use the original design for these games.
They should...
Chaos was honestly like a really cool
concept. They should put them in Crossworlds and have Tikal's orb following them.
I agree. Izuka did say that they're open to ideas for DLC
I gave
for
them
Crossworlds,
a
so
ransom
you never know.
Of who they should add if they want me to buy that game. They probably won't see it, but the funny one, of course I want like Chaos. The funny one is I want a I Thought You Were Dead villains pack featuring Black Doom, Eggman Nega, and Infinite. That'd be really funny.
Nice.
And that's that battle.
GG.
That's that boss fight. And now we can go back to the modern era levels, starting with Rooftop Run.
Welcome to Spagonia. It's apparently the World Festival now, so confetti.
I love confetti.
Confetti and balloons.
Point blank with a missile.
That was a funny way to die.
While we are resetting this level, Folks, those last 3 donations that we just got put us at 150 donations, like individual donations total for this event. So thank you all so much for that. And we are just $155 away from reaching a $15,000 lifetime achievement for Prevent-A-Thon across all events. Well, only $155. If we can get that by the end of the run, we will have hit $15,000 for Little Warriors, a wonderful cause that we raise money for here at Prevent-A-Thon over the lifetime of all Prevent-A-Thon events. So if you have the time and the money to do so, we would definitely appreciate any donations we can have to hit that $15,000 goal.
I just
Yes, please. Let's all work together to reach that goal.
I don't recognize this level design at all because I have been playing the original version of this stage so much lately in Unleashed Recompiled.
Yeah, I've actually been playing both this version and the one in the Unleashed project. So I'm kind of used to both.
I played through... I did do a couple replays of Generations kind of recently, actually. One leading up to the Sonic X Shadow release, and then I did a Sonic X Shadow Sonic Generations run. It's just I've been playing that much more Unleashed. I love Unleashed. So
Yeah, I still need to play Unleashed Recompiled. It is on my list of games I need to play.
that is one that there is a similar Blaze mod. I haven't done thorough testing if the physics is different, and it might not want to be that different because those levels are a little less loose than these are. Or tighter. But she does have a flamethrower, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I added a mod to it where Chip is replaced with cheese, and cheese is enormous. I don't know what they did there. What?
Yeah.
Swish.
I heard that. Oh, that's the first time that's happened in a while. I heard that Lady Lunanova did a Transfem Sonic
sure
mod
there's
for
one of
that
that for
game as well.
Everything that's moddable.
Oh yeah, like the only thing is for Sonic Adventure 2 at least, that one is done by someone else, but it's inspired by Lady Lunanova. She, I believe, also did a similar mod for Frontiers as well.
The way the rings come out of that airship at the end there always feels like a Sonic Colors reference, weirdly enough.
It does, yeah. Yeah, because of the bosses and colors, like losing rings when they're exploding.
Speaking of Sonic Colors,
welcome
everything
to
is
Planet
fine and verdant
Wisp.
here.
Yeah, this is definitely the better version of Planet Wisp in Generations. The classic version is not great in my opinion. Oh, almost fell there.
It's hard to translate Sonic Colors levels this way. Oh man, this forest is not looking good. Because Sonic Colors had 6 acts that were, a lot of them were bite-sized, so it kinda, they had to find a way to fit those into both.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting that they went with Spike for Classic Sonic, because in the DS version, the featured wisp for that was actually Drill. And in the 3DS version of this, it's a Tropical Resort instead, and they do a nice little... Modern has a focus on Cyan Laser, and Classic has a focus on Red Burst, which is an exclusive wisp to Colors DS. Oh! Where was the...
That was an interesting...
anything?
Where's anything? That is a
It took
very
a while
good
for
question.
the planet to realize it was being mined by Eggman again.
Let's see if I... And my boyfriend is probably going to be laughing at me as he watches this as I jump into that rocket again. Okay. Take your time, Akio. Actually, there's no platform,
Yeah, that's a
there,
rough
so I might as well
platform
go this
to lose
way.
because your fate is sealed at that point.
Seriously?
You'll appreciate
This
this just that much more. There's an Planet Wisp, my beloved, in chat.
Yep, that Rayman Fan 95, that is my boyfriend. He loves Planet Wisp. Ow! And he's probably loving watching me
This is a level that
repeatedly get
I
hurt
feel
in silly
overstays
ways.
its welcome, and it starts to show at this point.
It does.
But mostly it's a matter of, like, you go through all of this, and then there's an entire other section.
Yeah, I actually ran colors in the last Prevent-A-Thon, and my boyfriend was commentary for that.
Colors is a game I keep meaning to play more of, like, to try maybe do a little speedrun of. I haven't done a lot of speedrun stuff lately at all, to be honest, so trying to get back to that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I took a long break and I only just recently came back to speedrunning, so nothing wrong with that at all.
Everyone at their own pace.
Indeed.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely have phases where I take breaks from speedrunning, come back to it, take more breaks. That way I don't get completely burnt out on it.
Going up, and that was a very kind rocket right there.
Yeah, no kidding. I was bracing for that to hit me.
That always gets me.
Oh. This part is probably like my least favorite part of this whole level is
And it's just a big old
traversing those
zigzag
different
up this, like,
minecarts.
one big area, too.
Yeah. This is where it starts to overstay its welcome, this entire level.
While this is overstaying its welcome, I want to welcome all of our raiders that just joined us. You are watching Prevent-A-Thon 6. We are on our finale run, and we have raised just over 3,426 Canadian dollars for money for the Little Warriors project. So if you are interested in helping the children, we would certainly appreciate any donations that you are willing to make. We are just around $155 away from reaching a $15,000 lifetime milestone across all Prevent-A-Thon events. So just $155 more dollars, and we hit that 15,000 milestone.
Now, this is a perfect opportunity to advertise a little option that you can turn on with the Transfam Sonic mod. And that is, there is an option to turn on the setting where every S rank I get as Transfam Sonic, she will say, "Hell yeah, trans rights." So if we, I mean, I'm probably going to turn it on anyway, just because it's such a good option. But if we can reach that 1,500 goal I will personally say, hell yeah,
It's
trans
15,000
rights.
actually, but yeah, we are
At the end of the run.
Yeah, we're so close to reaching that goal.
15,000,
And
yes, thank you.
just to let everybody know, in case you have not heard of Little Warriors before, Little Warriors is a national charitable organization dedicated to changing the trajectory of child sexual abuse through education, advocacy, treatment, and prevention. They are an organization dedicated to helping children that have suffered child sexual abuse. It is a truly wonderful cause, and you would be doing a lot of good for the world if you were able to spare whatever you could to help the children. So please consider getting a donation in if you are able to do so.
Yes, it's a really, really good cause, so I highly recommend anyone who can do so, please donate.
This silver bottle is very finicky at times.
It is extremely finicky, yeah.
He's a tricky little guy floating around here throwing cars. And sometimes it just doesn't lock onto it.
Yeah, I have gotten lucky, like, very few times to be able to hit him when he only has one object in front of him.
It is a fun little battle, though, because Silver and Blaze are often paired up together, as they're the sort of other-worldly visitor friends.
Yeah, back when 06 first came out, I was a little in their whole like friendship dynamic, but it's definitely
much better when they're
grown
on
me over the
even
years.
footing the way they are, instead of more like Blaze is watching over him. Because these are, yeah.
Plus, I just absolutely adore Silver. He's like my little child,
These
and
are
I
also
will
two of the most
protect him
powerful
always.
characters in the series. Like, everybody talks about Shadow being the ultimate life form, but these two can probably go toe-to-toe with him, as well as Sonic.
Yeah, considering that, you know, Silver has psychokinesis and Blaze has pyrokinesis. Also, I
was gonna make a Damacy joke if you didn't, so thank you for doing it for me.
That was such a good final phase of that. Like, it went as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, no kidding. And the floor is just gone there.
As we shift into
that was interesting.
As we shift into the next level, I want to thank
another
raid. We just got another raid. So welcome raiders that just joined us. We are you're watching Prevent-A-Thon 6. We have raised $3,426 for the Little Warriors Foundation. They are a national charitable organization dedicated to changing the trajectory of child sexual abuse through education, advocacy, treatment, and prevention. If you are able to spare anything that you could, we are trying to reach a $15,000 lifetime goal, and we are just $155 away. We are so close to reaching that, so anything you could spare would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Now, chat, are you all ready for a time for a change of pace?
Man's gotta have his little one-liners that he repeats several times.
I mean, in Shadow the Hedgehog, we got, you know what they say, the more the merrier. And now in this one, we got time for a change of pace.
Get a load of this.
Oh yes, everyone remembers Get a Load of This.
So this is a remix of the final Werehog boss from Unleashed, so it plays completely different than you do play it in Unleashed. They had to make something up entirely.
Can you hit the wall, please, please? Thank you. I'm probably gonna get squished here. Yep. At least I didn't die there. That's... Eggman being merciful there?
Someone did say, I'm ready for a change of dialogue.
Yep. You will be once this battle is done.
This is the last thing before time, right?
Ow. Yes, this is the last, the boss of the category.
There's a lot about this, the way it moves and functions, that reminds me of the Egg Wyvern, though I know that boss was bad. It is interesting, though, coming back to it, like, I can see where they took all of the attacks from Unleashed. It's just, they look different, but they're the same ones.
Yeah. Would you say that this version of Egg Dragoon is better or the original?
This thing. I have it down to a science.
Honestly, from what I've never gotten to the final boss Egg Dragoon, or not the final boss Egg Dragoon, but the Egg Dragoon fight in Unleashed. But it honestly looks like it's a lot more fun than this
one
fight.
it's long-winded. You have to chase.
It's long-winded, and it's needlessly difficult. That was an interesting thing that just happened.
This event.
Yeah, there's your other this never happened before. Also, one of those dash pads tends to disappear from the line of sight. I don't know why that happens. Probably like some kind of graphic error.
GG.
Oh, I think he's dead now.
GG.
That's time.
Very excellent. Very nice.
Yeah, and there you go. That's a Blaze
still
percent
have
done.
one more showcase since the fine folks at home very generously donated $150 toward the mystery incentive. Now no longer a mystery. So let's see what this little bonus run you got for us is.
Yeah, so I will quit the game real quick as I switch mods. So all I need to do is first, oh, I already have it active. I think that's all I need. Yeah, I think that's all I need. So you've all donated, generously for this particular showcase to happen, and this showcase will be, wait for it, Unleashed Project, which Unleashed Project is a mod where you get to play all the day stages from Sonic Unleashed. But we are only going to be showcasing a handful of them, since to showcase all of them would
When
take
you have a moment,
way
can
too
you
long.
reshare your game in Discord? Yeah, when you.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
when you quit,
thanks for reminding me. By the way,
Yeah.
I am
No
80.
worries, no
I am
worries.
ADHD, and I will forget.
So the fun part about Unleashed Project is we've gone so long without having the ability to play these stages on PC, and this was such an endeavor to finally make and have happen. So it's a really cool project.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a really cool project. I highly recommend. It's still readily available too. I recommend anybody check out this mod because it is really cool. But I'll get started with this showcase, starting with Windmill Isle, our first Unleashed level in 3, 2, 1, go. And you see I've switched over to Transfem Sonic. What's cool about Transfem Sonic is not only is, the Sonic model trans, transified, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Transitioning?
Transfeminized? Yes, thank you. But Lady Lunanova had someone make original lines for this mod as well. So the voice lines you hear, those are from an actual voice actor.
Oh. Freshly recorded.
Freshly recorded. And she'll say, like, some really fun lines, like, most of them being references to older Sonic games. Like, one of my favorite that she says is if you, like, go idle with her, she'll say, "Alone on a Friday night? God, you're pathetic." And she even does the Shadow the Hedgehog "Damn, Not Here" one, which I found really funny when I discovered that one day.
They have fun with these things.
I can tell they had a lot of fun making this mod, and I love that for them.
Oh. So a good thing we got with that little crash there, which sometimes the egg fighters are just, they're ready to punch you. But they have funny little hats in each of the stages.
Oh yeah, that's another little fun thing that the creator of the Unleashed project did, is gave each of the egg fighters, like, outfits to match the region they're in. Because each level in Unleashed is based off a real-world location. For example, this Windmill Isle is based off of Greece, so you'll see the egg fighters wearing little sailor hats.
It's fun because, like, there's plenty of little things around the town, especially visible when doing the night stages, and it'll just be signs that are in both English and Greek. It's a good little tell of where it's trying to be. Spagonia often tries... It's Europe, but it's definitely, like, physically Italy.
Yeah. I always thought it was just Italy, but, like...
There's a lot of...
I think I learned recently that it's supposed to be, like, Europe in general.
Yeah. Like, for the game data of this, Apatos, it's actually just beach, funny enough. But the game data for Spagonia is Europe.
Alright, next stage on my list is Savannah Citadel, which is based off of Africa.
Such a jam.
Yeah, the music for these levels is real good. Honestly, Unleashed has a really good soundtrack.
This is also one of the cyberspaces in Frontiers is based off the 2D segments of this, and it has maybe my favorite cyberspace music in it, called Ghost Slap. I have a plan to mash up this music with that music. I think it'll come out real good.
Of course, my boyfriend in chat is singing a certain song by Toto.
Of course.
Because you can't think of Africa without thinking about that certain song.
It has kind of become synonymous, yes.
Yes.
A fun thing to note. We have both egg fighters and egg pawns in this. There weren't egg pawns in Unleashed.
Nope. Oh yeah, that's right, because all the main robots in Unleashed were the egg fighters.
Yeah. Specialized for Gaia power, I guess.
Honestly, like, when it comes to Unleashed, I would love if the Werehog sections, like, I think there is a mod out there that gets rid of the combat music.
That's actually something that comes built in with Unleashed Recompiled. You can turn it on or off.
Yeah, which is great because that was always an annoying thing about doing the Werehog.
I, for one, loved
levels.
it, but, like, I get it. And
I
even...
don't know, every having combat music kick in every 5 minutes got old after a while.
I think it's nice because...
Excuse me, every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's nice because there are plenty of segments where you go without hearing it. It's not as much as some people would like it, but it's not as bad as, say, the Wii version. And there are 4 different parts where the music kicks in. But I do get it. When I last streamed Unleashed Recompiled, I turned off the battle music because I'm like, let's just vibe.
Yeah, it's just like, I remember the last time I played Unleashed on 360, it was like, it just felt like every few steps there was always combat going on, and it barely gave me any time to like listen to the music.
Especially if you're doing the stages really fast, because you're gonna skip a lot of enemies that way, and the music takes a bit to taper off if you do that.
So to note, I am skipping Rooftop Run, even if it is a different version, mainly because we've already seen Rooftop Run in the last speedrun, and this is only a showcase of some of the levels, so I want to be able to showcase the levels that are noteworthy in this mod.
Reasonable.
Such as Dragon Road here.
Based in China.
Yep. And you'll see the egg fighters have little samurai outfits on.
Huh. That is...
Which I'm kind of confused about, because I always thought samurais were associated with Japan, but...
Yeah, that's a choice. Maybe they're not supposed to be samurais, if we get a better, closer look at them.
They're probably more like, supposed to be more like the warriors of China.
It's funny, there's actually only like 3 pieces of evidence that Japan exists in the Sonic world throughout the games. 1 is Espio, just Espio existing. 2 is the dynamics in Aquarium Park, which is a outer space aquarium, so it doesn't really count.
Well, Aquarium Park, I always figured was supposed to be some form of Japanese influence.
Yeah, and then in Shadow the Hedgehog expert mode, the president of the United Federation makes note that he's having tea with the Prime Minister of Japan. So it's there.
That's awesome.
Who knows? I love this.
I'm gonna jump in real quick and say that we got a pair of $25 donations with no names and no comments, but that's no problem at all. Thank you very much. That puts us $105 away from our $15,000 lifetime total. $105, chat, until we get to the end of this incentive, which is coming up very, very rapidly.
How am I doing on time, by the way? Because there is one more level to show off after this.
We're about halfway through the 8-minute mark.
Okay, so if I have time, I may tack on an extra level to this showcase, because...
Ooh, yeah. I was really willing to see that.
Yeah, because there'll only be one more level after this one, and that we'll probably have plenty of time, and I definitely want to showcase at least one more level. If I can get past this...
Secret spike
Okay.
roller.
Yeah, that spike roller was being a little bit sneaky there. Well, and then I completely whiffed that jump there.
This is like such a weird part of this stage, because it's a very smooth stage, and then this is maybe the most clunky platforming.
I was gonna say, it feels very obtuse.
Yeah, in the entirety of Unleashed. It's something you can get used to, but even then, there are some enemies that are just gonna like smack you back no matter what you do.
I always like to joke around whenever I have to do platforming in a Sonic game. I'm like, platforming in my Sonic game?
What is this, Marble Zone?
Yeah.
Like, this part is always a nightmare.
Ooh, okay.
Whew. No deaths for that part, though, is always good.
Yeah, that is incredible. I was holding my breath for that moment.
So, this part is normally you're being chased by a big robot with like smashy arms and that shoots lasers from behind. And there are no assets in Generations that are like that. There's a Badnik that's like that in Colors, but they had to improvise on this one.
Alright. Now on to Coolidge.
Cool.
Which, Coolidge is based in Alaska, which is based off Alaska. Which is funny because that's where I live.
How about that?
Yeah.
The other weird part.
In all my years of playing Sonic games and also, like, hearing about Alaska being in a Sonic game, I never thought I would be like, oh, that's where I live.
A weird part you might notice, though, for it being based off of Alaska and, like, the northern Arctic is there were penguins just there. Turns out this is the only...
Yeah, there are no penguins where I live.
Yeah, because the polar bears would eat them then. There's no, southern ice cap in this, it seems.
And also, contrary to what many people might believe, it's not eternally winter up here. And we all don't live in igloos. We are known for our salmon, though.
Delicious salmon.
Alaskan salmon, yep.
Mm-hmm. I sadly cannot stand eating salmon anymore, but, like, when I could, oh, Alaskan salmon was always good.
I get it. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
Yep.
Gotta find ways to spice it up sometimes.
I tend to be more of a whitefish person these days.
I tend to be more of a sushi person these days.
Sushi, ooh.
Sushi's good.
My favorite is spicy tuna sushi.
Oh yeah, I agree there.
Classic. Apparently they make sweet potato sushi, which is something I had for the first time recently. It was weird, but it was good.
It's good. Yeah, I had it at SGDQ the last couple times I've gone. There's a sushi place right near the hotel, and they do sweet potato sushi there, and it's definitely not what you'd expect.
Is that what they call ube?
No, that's it's similar but slightly different.
Because I've seen a lot of ube flavored stuff lately.
I need to try some ube.
Thing. Yeah.
But these were like your notable orange sweet potatoes.
I do like me some sweet potatoes.
Oh. Whoopsies.
That was a mine. So the bobsledding sections of this level can be a little awkward.
They're very chaotic.
Yeah, they're a little difficult to control properly. I mean, it makes sense because you're bobsledding on ice, and I imagine that in real life being a little bit tricky.
Plus the enemy loadout's a little different. It's really just a bunch of egg fighters normally. Not these spinners here.
Yeah,
Oh, what? This shouldn't be possible.
you wanna go the other way? That was,
That shouldn't be possible. That is the egg fighter that usually punches you if you try to go right into it, but I've never seen it turn you around before.
Need some rings here. Give me some rings, thank you.
There we go.
There we go.
Very strange.
Woo!
Did you know this isn't the first game where Sonic's in a bobsled?
What?
There were bobsleds in Sonic Rivals.
Today I learned.
Alright, how am I doing on time?
Look, approaching the 16-minute mark almost.
Okay. I will show off one more level then.
If you think you can, let's do it.
What do you think, Valeria? Should I do Arid Sands or Empire City?
We've seen a lot of cities so far. I think we should do Arid Sands.
Arid Sands is a good one to end on.
To be fair, this also starts in a city, but it's a very different aesthetic than the cities we've seen so far.
I'm also avoiding doing Jungle Joyride because that level is the most difficult of this set and would take me way too long to get through, so...
That's
this is at least... Oops. Arid Sands is at least manageable.
Yeah, Empire City...
Also, it's probably one of my favorite, levels to go through, which is ironic because I usually don't like desert levels.
Huh. Yeah, this is really fun for a desert level. Desert levels often tend to be hard is the thing. This is pretty late game and pretty hard, but like, it's the kind of hard where you feel like you've figured out the skills as you went. Also,
I just noticed the egg pawns are wearing
Yeah.
turbans.
Oop. It's always fun how you start in the city here, too, and you have all of these NPCs that are just standing around cheering Sonic on. And you can collide with them, their actual stage objects.
Yeah, it's like, excuse me,
Obstacles.
pardon me, coming
Yeah.
through.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
that can happen. So, this level is a bit dangerous in that it's really easy to fall off of cliffs and stuff. I think I will say that this is like the first truly difficult level in the Unleashed pack.
Yeah. For the day stages, I'd agree. Ooh.
Yeah, because Cool Edge is difficult, but not in like the ways that Arid Sands, Empire City, and Jungle Joyride are.
Those three are like, that's the back half of the game. That's, you're going around and wrapping stuff up now, so things have to scale up.
Oh yeah, something I completely forgot to point out is you'll notice that Transfem Sonic has a little trail when she homing attacks. And you can, by default, it's the trans flag.
Nice.
But I have it set as the bi flag because I'm bi.
Ah, sure.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna point that out because I had just noticed it.
Yeah, it's another really, really neat thing about this mod is the trail that you can change. I believe the choices are like, you can choose between trans, non-binary, bi, gay, and rainbow.
There was definitely a recent Sonic run I was watching where they gave a non-binary trail. It's always fun.
Yeah, non-binary would be fitting for me as well. Oops.
It makes me think, and this is a little specific, but in Sonic Runners, the revival fan version of it, they added pride chows to it, which have little trails as you equip them as your buddy.
Oh, that's so cool. I think I heard about that, actually.
They also added Tangle and Whisper, so get them and give the lesbian chow.
Yes!
Perfect.
Tango and Whisper, best lesbian couple. And that'll be time for this showcase.
GG's. Very nice. Well, do you want to give any final shout outs and tell people where they can find you on the internet before we wrap things up here?
Sure. First of all, I know we didn't exactly reach the 15,000 goal, but I just want to say on behalf of TransFem Sonic here, hell yeah, trans rights. But I also would like to say shout outs to Valeria, who was able to join me for commentating these runs. And you can find me at twitch.tv/firstgetoakio. You can also find me on Bluesky under the same handle. Valeria, would you like to give shoutouts and plug yourself?
Yeah, you can find me heading to bed. But no, I'm Valeria Asteria on Twitch. I have streamed every Sonic game that matters except for Dream Team. So that's kind of where I do indie games, RPGs. That's all for me.
Well, thank you both so much for wrapping up the marathon with this awesome run of Sonic Generations. It was truly a pleasure to watch. And thank you both again for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Well, folks, it is that time. Sadly, we have had 4 days of Prevent-A-Thon, and with all of your generous donations, we have raised a total of $3,476.06 with 152 individual donations, all going toward Little Warriors. That is absolutely incredible to not only blow past our $15,000 milestone incentive, but we are going to raise so much more money for Little Warriors because this is truly such an amazing cause. Thank you all so much again for being here. We are not quite done yet, though. We have like one little extra surprise for you. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be hearing from members of the Games Committee for Prevent-A-Thon 6, myself being one of them. We'll be all jumping into a call together, and we'll have the chance to all thank you individually. So stretch, use the bathroom, do whatever you got to do, but stick around and we will be back in just a few minutes.